The development and deployment of the M36 Jackson tank destroyer represented a turning point in American armored warfare during World War II. By late 1944, U.S. forces faced increasingly advanced German tanks like the Panther and Tiger, whose superior firepower and frontal armor rendered standard American tank guns ineffective at combat ranges. The M36, mounting a powerful 90 mm gun derived from anti-aircraft artillery, emerged as a critical answer to this imbalance. The story began in 1942, when U.S. ordnance officials received intelligence indicating German tanks were evolving faster than existing American weapons. The 3-inch gun on the M10 tank destroyer recently introduced was already nearing obsolescence. German armor featured sloped frontal plates that effectively negated American firepower. Recognizing the gap, engineers turned to the 90 mm anti-aircraft gun, notable for its high muzzle velocity and ballistic performance, which could offer a solution if adapted to a mobile platform. Initial attempts to mount this weapon on a Sherman chassis failed, notably the T-53 design, which was unstable and vulnerable. In late 1942, the more promising T-71 prototype emerged, integrating a modified 90 mm gun into a newly engineered turret mounted on the M10 chassis. The new turret featured power traverse, structural enhancements, and improved ballistic protection. Testing confirmed that the gun could defeat both Panther and Tiger frontal armor at reasonable ranges. Despite delays caused by production debates and logistical concerns, the weapon was eventually standardized in June 1944 as the M36 gun motor carriage. Combat experience in Normandy had demonstrated the insufficiency of American tank destroyers. German Panthers, far more prevalent than intelligence had predicted, proved nearly invulnerable to the 75 mm and even the newer 76 mm guns. American crews were forced into dangerous flanking tactics to have any chance at success. The psychological impact was severe, and command frustration mounted Eisenhower himself questioned why the much-anticipated 76 mm gun was failing to neutralize Panthers. The M36 entered combat in September 1944 with the 703rd Tank Destroyer Battalion. Crews adapted quickly to the weapon's characteristics. The 90 mm gun fired several types of ammunition, including the M82 armor-piercing round, the M71 high-explosive round, and the HVAP tungsten core round. Though powerful, the gun had limitations, particularly against the new Tiger II, King Tiger, whose thick frontal armor resisted even HVAP rounds. Nonetheless, the M36 dramatically improved American capabilities. On October 7, 1944, in an early engagement near Arken, Sergeant Herbert Goldberg's crew destroyed 2 Panthers within seconds at 600 yards. This demonstrated that the M36 could decisively engage German heavy armor head-on. Reports began documenting similar successes, and a shift in battlefield psychology followed. German tank crews, once confident in their armor, began to retreat when confronted by M36s. Production accelerated, though demand outpaced supply. By December 1944, only 236 M36 were in combat service, meaning battalions often operated with incomplete complements. Despite this, M36s played a vital role during the Battle of the Bulge. In engagements around Werbermont and near St. Vith, M36 crews, often in concert with M18 Hellcats and infantry, destroyed dozens of German tanks, including Panthers and King Tigers. Their ability to strike from longer ranges than previously possible altered the tactical landscape. The M36's open-top turret remained a vulnerability, exposing crews to artillery, mortar fragments, and small arms fire. However, in the close wooded terrain of the Ardennes, this design sometimes helped by improving visibility. The tank's thin armor offered little protection against German guns, but its firepower compensated when tactics allowed it to strike first or from covered positions. By early 1945, M36-equipped units accounted for a disproportionate number of enemy tank kills relative to their numbers. Some engagements demonstrated the weapon's full potential, including a remarkable 4,600-yard kill on a Panther by Lieutenant Alfred Rose's crew. Though exceptional, such incidents highlighted the skill of trained crews and the 90mm gun's ballistic superiority. During the final push into Germany, M36s proved operationally versatile. At Remagen in March 1945, their lighter weight allowed them to cross the Ludendorff Bridge when heavier tanks could not. From there, they helped repel German armor trying to destroy the bridgehead. This instance underscored the M36's strategic value as well as its tactical strength. By war's end, over 1,400 M36s had been produced across multiple variants. The M36B1 used Sherman hulls for improved crew protection, while the diesel-powered M36B2 improved efficiency. These variations allowed production to continue despite logistical challenges, something German factories crippled by bombing and shortages could not replicate. Post-war analysis recognized the M36's success. Its firepower enabled engagements with heavy German tanks at standoff ranges, a critical advantage given its limited armor. Although its kill ratio of 2.4 to 1 was lower than the M18's 4 to 1, it reflected the M36's different role as a heavier, less mobile tank destroyer designed for head-on confrontations. In the Korean War, M36s once again proved valuable, defeating Soviet-built T-34/85 tanks with ease. The M36's legacy endured. It validated the doctrine that effective firepower, if integrated with combined arms tactics and supported by flexible production, could overcome even the most formidable enemy armor. German crews, once dominant, found their confidence eroding in the face of a weapon rushed into battle in less than 2 years from concept. The M36 demonstrated that in modern warfare, industrial agility, doctrine, and adaptability matter as much as raw engineering. Ultimately, the M36 Jackson helped tip the balance of armored warfare in the Allies' favor. Its design informed future tank development, and its service life stretched into the 1990s in countries like Yugoslavia. Though born of desperation, the M36 proved that rapid, responsive engineering could yield weapons capable of turning the tide of battle.